The UCCS women's cross country team wasn't the only team in action this past weekend, and not the only team which will be in action in the Division II South Central Regional Championships in a couple weeks, because your men's team also was in Spearfish, South Dakota for the RMAC Championships, and they're also going to be possibly in that regional championships in a couple weeks. So let's go ahead and talk about that. If I asked you to name a name on the men's side of things and said this is who probably led the Mountain Lions, what would be the name you give me, Charlie?
Oh, it's the avid country lover.
Kenny Rogers!
Kenny Rogers.
The Kenny Rogers fan.
David Camayo, for sure. You know, he's been on a tear since he's been at UCCS. You know, we've talked about him a lot, and he's been in a lot of top threes and just a lot of notable names, and he did excellent. His men got 8th overall, and Camayo led the team with 26 minutes and 45.25 seconds. So David Camayo definitely up there, and he was close for the top 3 on Monday, but he definitely did well, and still, like we said, a couple of improvements for both cross-country teams.
Well, I think as he finishes, so does the team, because he finished in 8th place, and so did the Mountain Lions. I mean, he's a pure indication as to how the team is going to do.
Yeah, I think that you have Camayo, Corey Brown, Tim Howley. They all finished 8 positions in 21 seconds of each other, which means that our stamina together is we're all in tight knit. We're all at the same level of competition against our other teams, and to be able to be in the RMAC and have that, as we improve, that means they're all going to improve kind of at a steady pace. So when the future comes around, they're improving. So if they're at 8th now, next year, at regionals and where we see them stepping up at 5th, we should see all of them step up a couple places, which is going to be cool to see as well.
Well, 8 seems to be the lucky number for UCCS this past week, but they're going to need to do a little bit better than that, because it's the top 5 teams who will advance to the national championships. But they also will be in action there at Washington Park in Denver, Colorado for the South Central Regional Championships on November 5th. So something to keep your eye out on. They're going to take a little bit of a break. Until then, of course, we'll have the complete preview and recap for you when the time comes. But there is a lot more to talk about here on the Lions Den. There was another team in action this past weekend. It was your UCCS men's soccer team, who right now is in a firm position to host a first-round playoff game. But we'll tell you about what they did this past weekend on the road right here on the Lions Den when we come back.
Success comes from UCCS, from believing in yourself, from supportive faculty, from trying new things. Success comes from discovering your passion, from being fearless, from those around you. Success comes from UCCS. Apply online at uccs.edu.